Okay, so good evening again. Today's topic, what we are going to understand is about 12.7. Till the last session, we have completed 12.6. So we have gone through series, parallel, and blue questions. Okay, till which point? 12.6. We are going to discuss 12.7 today. We'll be starting with heating effect of electric current. So we are going to discuss what? How electric current can produce heat. Okay, how electric current can produce heat, and do we have a formula to calculate this heat? Okay, so those things we are going to discuss. But before starting this point, let us discuss some familiar examples in our daily life. We'll talk about the heating effect examples in our daily life. The first example we'll see is about heating is our mobile charging. Okay, so these days, due to these online periods, you must be constantly charging your mobiles. So while charging, you must have observed that these devices gets heated. Okay, if you touch these devices while they're getting charged, you might be feeling the heat. Okay, some devices might give you more heat, some will be giving less heat. But while charging, these mobiles get hot. That we already know. Okay, when we touch them, we can feel that heat. Second example is of our TV. These days, TV or home TVs might be used for a lot of time. And if you touch them, suppose let's say from the top, I do not advise you to touch them because these are very high voltage devices. Okay? Touching a mobile is different as compared to TV. But even if you go close to a TV, you will feel the heat it is radiating. Okay? You can feel lot of heat which is being radiated by this device. So we have seen two devices in our daily life which while being used are going to give heat. Okay? They get heated while they are being used. So when it is charging or when our TV is on, they get heated. Okay? So in this topic, we just want to know where this heat comes from. Okay? How heat is generated by a mobile getting charged or even a TV. And second thing we are going to understand is there a formula to calculate how much heat is generating? So we have a formula to calculate this heat. We want to know what is that formula and how we can use it. Okay? So first thing we are going to understand is why these devices produce heat. Okay? Why this device produce heat. Now in last year, you had a lesson in 9th standard called as work and energy. Okay? Work and energy. And you had a concept called as law of conservation of energy, in which you had studied different conversions. You have studied examples of kinetic energy to potential energy, or electricity to heat energy, or nuclear energy to suppose electricity. You have studied different conversions last year, okay, different electricity. But you must be remembering that with all the conversions you had studied last year, there was one energy which always was created. Okay? Suppose let us say if you are converting kinetic energy into potential energy, or potential to kinetic, like for example, like the damp example, when you are generating electricity, so potential energy is converted to kinetic energy, then to electricity, that we know. But during this conversion from potential to kinetic, you also know that one energy is always created whenever such kind of conversion takes place, and that is heat energy. So whenever conversion is happening, okay, conversion of energy is happening, one energy is always created, and that is heat. Okay, whatever the conversion you're talking about, take any two energies and convert them. You will always get what? Heat. Okay, heat will be always produced whenever you are converting. That is one form. Okay, heat is generated due to what? It is generated because it is energy is getting converted. So as you are, suppose let's say, utilizing energy here, electricity is being used, energy is getting converted. Like in this example, energy is getting converted into chemical energy because your mobile has a battery. That battery has chemicals inside it, so that electricity is getting converted to what? Chemical energy. So during that conversion, obviously what is going to be produced? Heat. And that is the heat which you feel. तो heat क्यों feel होती है? Because electricity is getting converted to chemical energy. ठीक है? That is the reason. So what you should understand is that in any conversion, byproduct of energy is always going to be heat. Heat is always produced during any energy conversion. That you should know. Okay. Now, next question we want to answer is, if this heat is getting produced, can we calculate it? Okay, is there a formula to calculate this heat? How many joules of heat is produced? Okay, kitni energy? How much energy we are talking about? Can we calculate it? So yes, there is a formula for it. So let us derive for it. The answer is very simple for this question. We can calculate this heat. So yes, answer is yes for this question. So how to find out this heat? So we have a formula for it. So we will derive that formula. Now formula for work and energy, ठीक है, you obviously know from last year that work and energy are having same units, joule and joule, so they are same quantity. Yes, there is little bit difference in between them, but you can say that work and energy are same, ठीक है, from last year 9th standard. So work and energy is same. Now in our case our energy is heat. हमारी energy कौन सी है? Heat. So what I am saying is I am in place of energy I am putting heat here. Why? Because we are not concerned about any energy, we are concerned only about heat. So I have replaced energy with heat. So I can say work is equal to heat. Now let me write down words for it. I will write down for work I will write down W, and for heat I will write down H. H for heat, W for work. So W is equal to H, work is equal to heat. ठीक है, from our last year, this is just from last year 9th standard. Let us proceed. So this is what we received, ठीक है, this is our knowledge from last year 9th standard. H is equal to W. But in this 10th standard knowledge, use 10th standard knowledge, we have a formula for work, right? What is the formula for work? Vada Vignari Queen. So W is equal to V into Q. So I can replace this value here. So what is W? Vada Vignari Queen. So W is V into Q. So let me put that V into Q here. So it will become H is equal to V into Q. Why? Because W is equal to V into Q. ये तुमने सीखा ना, this is the first formula we have understood, that is the Vada Vignari Queen, ठीक है, W is equal to V into Q. So let me put that there. So it has become V into Q. But you also know formula for Q. What is the formula for Q? Queen in Taj Mahal, ठीक है. So next formula is what? Q is equal to I into T. I into T. So what I can do, in place of Q I can place value of I and T here. So let me put that. So H will become H is equal to V into I into T, because Q value is IT. So let me put that. H is equal to V is remaining same. In place of Q I am placing I and T. So I and T. ठीक है. So formula is becoming V is V into I into T. That is the formula for heat. ठीक है. Now from Ohm's law, what is Ohm's law? Ohm's law is V is equal to IR. V. ठीक है. V is equal to IR. So I can write down V is equal to IR. So I can replace the value of V with IR. ठीक है. Because what is the value of V? V is nothing but I into R by Ohm's law. So I can put this value here. So it will become H is equal to, in place of V, what I'm writing? I and R. ठीक है. So I have written I and R. Then I and T are written as it is. So this I and this I can be multiplied. It will become I square. ठीक है. I and I will become I square. So it will become I square RT. I square RT. So let me what I can say, do this particular variation again, ठीक है, this derivation. So heat is equal to work, that we already know. But what is work? Vada Vignari Queen, ठीक है, V into Q, replaced value became V into Q. But what is Q? Queen in Taj Mahal. So let me put it there, QIT. So I have replaced Q value with IT. So it is becoming VIT. Now I am going to use for which formula? Ohm's law. So V is equal to I into R. I am going to place I and R there. So it will become I into R and I and T remains same. Multiplying I and I, it will become I square RT. So what is the formula I have got? H is equal to I square RT. ठीक है? So give me response in chat box. Have you understood this derivation? H is equal to I square RT. I have explained it twice. At least you should understand. Okay. So this particular formula is nothing but called as Joule's law of heating. ठीक है? What is this formula called as? Joule's law of heating. You take the screenshot of this. This derivation you will require. ठीक है? You will require it somewhere. So keep it with your, in your reference. So this formula which you have got, H is equal to I square RT, is Joule's law of heating. We will explain this, but just for now, just remember that this formula is called as Joule's law of heating. We will explain it again. So take a screenshot of this. Okay. Now the next thing we are going to understand is what exactly is this Joule's law of heating. So let us proceed. Okay. Now there is another formula which is given in your textbook. ठीक है? मतलब under this point, in this particular heat formula, there is also the formula is given for power. This we will see in the last subtopic. We are not going to discuss about this formula. ठीक है? This is given in our textbook. in the same subtopic, but we will discuss it at the end because this is related to power, and power is available in the last subtopic. You can see we are discussing 12.7. This formula is given in 12.7, but we will discuss it in 12.8 because technically this belongs to 12.8. Okay, so we are skipping it. Okay, so we are going to go in detail what is exactly Joule's law of heating. So what is the formula we received? H is equal to I square RT. Okay, this is Joule's law of heating. But we have to actually say the statement. In the exam, they will ask you what is Joule's law of heating. You cannot simply write down H is equal to I square RT. No marks will be given for it. So how to law the right? Yeah, how to write this particular law? How exactly how to do it? So first we will understand what exactly this means. So what is the meaning of this? See, all these values, current, resistance and time, they are in numerator. Okay, they are in numerator. So if we are comparing, can I say that H is directly proportional to square of current? Okay, if we keep resistance and time constant, can I say that this is proportional? Heat is proportional to the square of the current. Give me a response in chat box. Can I say that heat is directly proportional to the current? Okay, very simple. Second case, I can also say that heat is proportional to resistance. Okay, in the same way, I can also say heat is proportional to resistance. And third thing, I can also say heat is proportional to time. Okay, so for every value, there is direct relation. There is direct relation for current, there is direct relation for resistance, and there is direct relation for time. So this is the statement of Ohm's law. Ohm's law के अंदर यही लिखना है. These three things are to be written in Ohm's law, sorry, Joule's law. So these three things are to be written in Joule's law of heating. Okay, whenever a statement is asked, these things are to be required. So how to write it? So you write down this formula in your rough, okay, in your rough page. Whenever you are writing down in exam, you have to write down this formula in the rough section, the margin area, and you just have to explain it. How to write it down? First, you have to write down heat produced in a conductor is. Okay, heat produced in a resistor is. Okay, heat. This heat is. First point. Directly proportional to. किसको directly proportional है? First, directly proportional to square of current. See, directly proportional to square of current. मतलब whatever the formula is there, no, just explain this in statement. What would be the second statement? Directly proportional to resistance. See, directly proportional to resistance. Third statement of Joule's law, directly proportional to the time. ठीक है, directly proportional to the time. See the third one, directly proportional to time. So remembering this particular Joule's law of heating is so simple. All you need is this formula. H is equal to I square RT. ठीक है, there is no mnemonics for this, just remember it. R square RT. ठीक है, I square RT. So this is just a statement. To take screenshot of this, you don't need to remember it, okay, these statements, because anyone can write these statements based on the formula. So just need to remember formula. Take screenshot of this. Okay, now what we are going to do, we are again going to take this particular formula, H is equal to V into I into T. Let me take that. Okay, V, I and T. This formula I have written in a separate margin. Okay, this one which we had derived in our particular last derivation. Now what I can do is, in place of replacing, suppose in that section I have replaced the value of V here. Okay, V, I, R. So I replace the value of V in this case. But what I will do, instead of replacing the value of V, I will replace the value of I. ठीक है, V की जगह पे किसका रिप्लेस करना है? I का रिप्लेस कर लूंगा. I will keep V as it is. So let me write down that formula again, VIT. But in place of V, I will write down I will change the position of I. What can be the value of I as per Ohm's law? As per Ohm's law, I is nothing but V by R. ठीक है? So I can write it down as H is equal to V into I value is V by R. So I have kept V by R into T. Now what is V into V? That is V square. ठीक है, V square T, and this R will remain in denominator. ठीक है. Now I have shown three formulas to you. ठीक है, I have marked them with three arrows. These are the three formulas which you can use for calculating heat. ठीक है, first is I square RT, second is VIT, and third is V square T by R. Like in the 9th standard, you have three equations of motion, no? V is equal to U plus AT, S is equal to UT plus half AT square. In the same way, There are three formulas for heat. Okay, I have mentioned them with arrows. You have to use them as per the given data. Okay, like in the last year you could have used any equation of motion. In the same way, in 10th standard also you can use any heat formula, but it will be based on what, which values are given to you in your question. Suppose your current value is not given, so you cannot use this first and second formula. You have to use this one, v square t by r, because current value is not available. So always remember these three formulas for the exam. Take a screenshot of this. Okay, Kritika, what you are asking, third formula, R is indirectly proportional to H. These conditions about R being indirectly proportional to H, that is a special condition that we'll be discussing at the end when we'll be discussing about power. Right now, we are not going to go into detail like in this case that H is indirectly proportional to R. We are not going to discuss because that's a big topic we'll be taking in power. It requires concepts of power to understand. Okay, we'll take it at the end. Okay, now let us take the formula. So what are the three formulas for heat? I square RT, VIT and V square T by R. Okay, take a screenshot of this. Heat, there are three formulas for heat: I square RT, VIT and V square T by R. Remember those. Okay, write this down in your notebook, especially afterwards. Okay, now we are going to go with sample questions. Okay, example questions which are given on page 217. So there are two example questions which are given. Okay, 12.10 and 12.11. But 12.10, see, that is actually based on power. So we'll be taking in the next session. Okay, whenever we'll be discussing about power, at that time we'll take that example again. We'll go with only example 12.11 for now because we have not seen power formula. Okay, so we won't be discussing it. By mistake, NCERT has added this example in previous subtopic. Actually, this should have been the part of power, but they have added it in heat section. Okay, that is their mistake, but we will take it in the power section only. So let us go with 12.11. So in 12.11, they are saying 100 joules of heat is produced each second in 4 ohm resistance. So how much is the energy given? How much is the heat? 100 joule. What about time? Each second means what? Time is 1 second. Each second means what? 1 second. What about resistance? 4 ohm. 4 ohm is the resistance. They are asking us to calculate potential difference. Okay? They are asking us to calculate potential difference. That means they need the value of V. So let me write down first heat. Kitna heat hai? 100 joules. What about time? Time is 1 second. What about resistance? 4 ohm. So that I have also written. Resistance equal to 4 ohm. What we need to calculate? Potential difference. So V is equal to question mark. Right? Now, we have three choices. Either we can use I square RT, VIT or V square T by R. Okay, we have three choices. So let us see. We have R, V and T. Okay, R, V and T. So we have to actually go with which formula? This formula, V square T by R. Okay, these according to the values available, we don't have the value of current. So we cannot use first and second one. So we have to go with the third one, V square T by R. So we'll take that formula. Now put the values there. Okay, but which value we need to calculate? V. So I will change this formula. How I can find the value of V square? I will take this R and T to the other side. So it will become V square is equal to, this R will be going into multiplication with H into R, and this T will be going in division. So it will become V square is equal to H into R divided by T. Now I need the value of V, not V square. So I need to take square roots of both sides. Okay? So I will take square roots. So V will become what? V is equal to square root of H into R by T. Okay? H into R by T. Now I am going to put the values. Okay? Ab main values put karunga. So what are the values? Formula is this, H into R by T. Let me put the values there. So heat value is 100, R value is 4, time value is 1. So 4 into 100 is 400. So square root of 400. Square root of 400 is what? 20. So answer would be 20. And which value we have got? Potential difference. So that means it should be volt, 20 volt. So answer would be what? 20 volt. Okay? All we need to do is select a formula based on whatever is given in the question and just use it. Just put the values and you will get your answer. Very simple calculations. Okay? Now, let us go with the next thing. In the textbook, this example has been solved in this way. First, they have found out current and then they have added into Ohm's law. Okay? That procedure, even if you follow that procedure, you will get the same answer. But instead of using two formulas, what I have done is I have used only one formula, heat formula. They have used two formulas. You can also go with that case. But what I have done, I have gone with only one formula. That's it. Okay? It is up to you. You can either use two formulas or you can use one. I personally like to use only one formula. The reason is what, that silly mistakes won't happen. If you are using two formulas, there are chances that your calculations will go wrong. Okay? Even a clever student can make mistakes in this. So my suggestion is only go with only one formula. Why to go with two formulas? Okay? Avoid this mistake. Now, what we are going to discuss now is about the blue questions. Okay? Blue questions which are present. Blue questions. So let us start one by one. So blue questions page on page number 218. First question they are asking is, why does the cord of electric heater not glow while the heating element does? ठीक है? Electric heater मतलब कौन सा? That which is used for suppose in winter days. ठीक है? There is a machine which produces heat in your room, that is called as electric heater. ठीक है? And another is heating element. ठीक है? Why does the cord of electric heater not glow while the heating element does? Heating element मतलब कौन सा? That one. ठीक है? That machine. And this electric heater means what? That heater which you are using, suppose water for that purposes. So we just want to know why it glows and why it doesn't. Now, first thing, before answering this question, first thing you have to understand is, from the formula I square RT, heat is directly proportional to what? Resistance. तो जितना ज्यादा रेजिस्टेंस होगा उतना ज्यादा हीट प्रोड्यूस करेगा. ठीक है? That we already know. Heat is directly proportional to resistance. Second statement, resistance of heating element of electric heater is very high. ठीक है? You have to remember that electric heater resistance is very high, because of which heat produced will also be high. ठीक है? Resistance of heating element is high, hence heat produced will also be high. And as heat is produced is high, it becomes so hot. ठीक है? Why it is becoming hot? Because resistance is very high. As resistance is high, heat produced will be more. It produces so much heat that it becomes hot, too hot, and because of that hotness it becomes red. ठीक है? It glows red. You must have seen, suppose let us say in Discovery Channel or maybe at your home, if some metal is, suppose let us say it's heated to a lot of, suppose, energy, after heating it for certain duration it becomes red. Okay, so that is the reason why it becomes red, because the resistance of that particular thing is very high. Okay, so that is the reason why electric current, this electric heater coil becomes very much red, because of high resistance heat is produced and it glows red. Okay, what about the other one? On the other hand, resistance of the cord of the heater, जो heater होता है, ठीक है, is very much lower. ठीक है, resistance of the cord. So what happens is, resistance low होने का वजह से the heat produced will also be low. ठीक है, the heat produced will also be very low and hence does not glow. ठीक है, and hence it does not glow. That you have to remember. So one thing glows because why? Resistance is more, and one thing doesn't because resistance is less. Very simple answer. ठीक है? Okay. So remember this, that why the heating element of suppose electric heater, it gets very much glow. It why it particularly glows? Because of high resistance. Heat is produced is more. Okay. Now let us go with the next thing. Second question. Compute the heat generated while transferring. This is a numerical. Okay, we have to use heat formula. Compute the heat generated while transferring 96,000 coulomb of charge in 1 hour through potential difference of 50 volt. Okay, all the values are given. Let me write it. What is the Q value given? 96 coulomb. Coulomb किसका unit है? Electric charge Q. So Q value is 96,000. What about this 1 hour? That is time. So time is 1 hour. ठीक है? I have to convert it into seconds. So 60 into 60, I have written S. ठीक है, seconds I have converted. What about potential difference? It is 50 volt. ठीक है, 50 volt. And what we are supposed to calculate? Heat we are supposed to calculate, right? Heat we are supposed to calculate. Now for calculating heat, ठीक है, we will use a simple formula, that is vada Vignari Queen, W is equal to V into Q. ठीक है, W is equal to V into Q. Now in place of W, work is nothing but energy and energy is nothing but heat. So in place of W, I can also write down H. In place of W, I can also write down H. So I have written it. V into Q. ठीक है? V into Q. Do you have the value of V? Yes, you can see we have the value of V. Do we have the value of Q? That we also have, right? We don't need the time. So all we need to do is replace the values of Q here, 96,000, and V value, that is, V value is what? 50 volt, and Q value is 96,000. Okay? Now you do the calculation and give me the answer. What would be the heat produced? All you have to do is multiply with both of these numbers, 50 into 96,000. Okay, how many zeros? That is important. Okay. Do not make a mistake here. Because of this big numbers, some certain students might not get the correct answer. Make sure that you are using correct numbers, correct zeros. Okay? Do it slowly. Okay, so let me show you the answer. It is going to be how many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 zeros are compulsory there, right? After that, 5 6 are 30, 0 3 carry, 5 9 are 45 plus 3 48. So 48 and 5 zeros, right? So 48 and 5 zeros. Why 5 zeros? Because 3 and 1 4, 4 zeros. But 5 6 is 30, so 0 would be from that 30 and 3 carry. So 5 9 are 45 plus 3 48. So how much this is? Unit 10, 100,000, 10,000 lakh, 10 lakh. So it is almost 48 lakh. Okay, 48 lakh. But you have to remember, we cannot just write it down as 48 lakh. We generally represent this how? 4.8 into 4.8 into 10 to the power. How much it would be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it would be what? 4.8 into 10 to the power 6. This is our final answer. Okay? In joules. 4.8 into 10 to the power 6. That is our final answer. I hope it's clear. It's very simple. All you have to do is use vada Vignari formula. In place of W, you can write down heat, and then you can use the same formula. You don't need to utilize the value of time here. Okay? It is not important. It is given in the question, but you don't need to use it. जरूरत ही नहीं पड़े ना formula में, so why to use? Okay. So take a screenshot of this answer. We'll go with the third question. Okay, third question is this. They are saying an electric iron of resistance 20 ohm takes a current of 5 ampere. What is the device? Electric iron. Is 3. What is the resistance? 20 ohm. Current 5 ampere. I value. This is R value. They are asking us calculate heat developed in 30 seconds. So time is given as 30 seconds. They are asking us to calculate heat. So let us first write down the given data. This is R. So what is the value of R? 20 ohm. Okay. What about current? I is equal to 5 ampere. I is equal to 5 ampere. What they are asking? Heat. Heat is equal to what? Okay. And time is given as 30 seconds. So heat is equal to question mark. That is what is asked. What about time? I will write it down as T is equal to 30 seconds. Correct? Now they are asking us to calculate value of H. Now we have been given value of I, R and T. So we will use the basic formula of Joule's law. What is the basic law of Joule's law? Joule's law of heating formula is H is equal to I square RT. Okay, that we know. So we have actually 3 formulas for heat, but we are using the most basic one. Pehla wala, the main formula. H is equal to I square RT. Now let us replace values here. I value is what? 5 square. 5 square. R value is 20 into 30. 5 square is 25. Now do the calculation and give me the answer for this. 5 square is 25 into 20 into 30. What would be the answer? Okay. Rucha, how much answer you are giving? 2250. Okay. Sanskriti, how much? 15,000. Okay. Silikar, 15,000. Pampatwar, 15,000. Okay. Rajat Kabra. Okay, Rajat Kabra has given a technical answer 1.5 to 10 to the power 4. Fine. Adiraj, don't get okay. Adiraj has also given the same technical answer 1.5 to 10 to the power 4. Okay, I like the way Adiraj and Rajat has given their answers. Okay, they have taken into account the usual notation. Okay, congrats Rajat and Adiraj for paying attention how to write your actual answers. Okay, Khushi Somani, how much you are giving? 15,000, right? Subur 15,000, correct. Zaina 50,000, 50,000? अरे 50,000 कहाँ से आ रहा है? Calculate it again. It might be 15,000. Okay, Zaina, calculate it again. Okay. So let me show you the answer. How much it is going to be? 5 square is 25, 20 and 30. All we have to do is multiply 25 and 20. First I'll multiply 25 0 0, 25 2s are 50. Okay? So that would be 500. So 500 into 30. 3 zeros and 5 threes are 15. So that would be 15,000. But usual notation is what? 1.5. So 1.5 into 10 to the power 4 joules. So that is our answer. We do not keep our answer like in this fashion. We generally convert this one number, then the decimal, then the 10th power, 1.5 to 10 to the power, and do not forget the unit. Unit is joule. Okay? Take the screenshot of this, and please, students, do not leave your answer at 15,000. Okay? That is an incomplete answer. You just focus on this part, 1.5 to 10 to the power 4 needs to be converted. Okay. So that's all for the day. Our